Hey y'all, Jesse Petersen here with Let's Make Art. I'm a mixed media artist. I love art journaling, and today I have a fun project for you. This is our Lagniappe, which means an extra special something bonus, a little something extra. That's what it is. I have SJ here with us and Keenan on camera and cheerleading us on.
I'm here in the background.
Hello, Keenan. And we're gonna do a couple of fun things today. We are going to do a little question and answer. We're going to do a little demo, and then I'm also going to talk about storage solutions for art journaling.
Storage solutions.
Yes. Yes.
Saucy.
Storage solutions. That's a hard one to say.
It is. Tongue twister.
Okay, so stick around for all of those things. First, we are going to do our fun project. So this is our little bonus project. And I used this leaf the first time that I did it. We didn't have quite as many leaves outside as we do now.
When did you do this one originally?
Our production cycle's a couple months ahead, so there were literally no leaves.
Yeah.
But,
so she used lettuce, apparently.
It does look like lettuce. It was from a flower arrangement, and there were a few leaves that I was able to observe as I went on. But
do you want to put your journal a little farther to the middle?
Like here?
Yep.
Okay, can you see that better? Both pages, yeah. Awesome, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna put my little...
So are we making both pages today?
We'll focus on this one for sure, and we'll play around with this guy.
Okay.
So, SJ and I went and collected some leaves earlier. Let's show them our leaves. We've got this guy.
This is more of a weed that Jesse found.
Okay, this is
but she really liked it.
Grasses.
It's like an overgrown crabgrass.
Yeah.
And there are a couple different types of trees near us.
We tried to identify them. We didn't. We tried. They're cute.
That's a pretty one. I like that one.
Some of them are...
Lots of green.
Oh, I like this one too.
Yeah.
They got some cute
leaves. This one's a leaf shape.
Yeah, so we took it.
And you'll see this leafy leaf we have here. It's
so
rather leafy.
Leave us alone. Okay, so I'm going to demo on a little bigger plate today, this 5x7 just for fun. And you're gonna use the 3x5, yes?
I am a box subscriber, so this is...
What came in your box, right?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Okay. Oh yeah, and we'll have to do a little, we'll have to see what's in your journal flip in a little while. Okay, so let's get our plate out first. I like to keep mine in the clamshell, keep it nice and clean, and then just...
It's funny you bring that up, Jesse, because I did not keep mine nice and clean.
Okay, so it's gonna be a little less sticky than mine is. You might wanna just take a little baby wipe to it.
Okay. Because I did not store mine properly, I just threw it in my box.
Okay, the nice thing about having it be sticky on both sides, because you wanna clean both sides, is that then it won't shift on your surface when you're trying to work with it, which is also nice. Put that over there.
I'm gonna be honest, I really enjoy playing with my Gelli plate.
It's a good texture.
It's floppy.
Okay, well, I'm gonna use these two colors from this palette.
Okay, and then I think I'm gonna use green and yellow, I think, is what I'm feeling today.
Okay.
And SJ, if you want to pull yours up higher, wherever you're not comfortable.
Whatever feels the least comfortable, that's where it needs to be. Very good.
I'm just adding some paint to the plate here. Now, if you have other acrylic paint in the bottles, you can just squeeze the paint directly on. You don't want to use a lot because that's going to give you the sliding motion instead of the rolling from your brayer.
I did that yesterday, and it left a big gloop on my page that didn't dry well. It's a technical term. What do you need?
But it still looked great. So
it did. It just had a little. It had a gloop. The technical, is that the technical term?
I like it. I like it.
G-L-O-O-P-E. The E is silent.
It's like the Southern spelling.
Hold on a minute. Don't be bringing it south after that. All right. I think I'm going to do a little bit of yellow at the bottom because I can't resist it. Just a little bit.
This paint, I think I've got more here. There we go. Now, Jesse, do I need to, like, when I struggle with this part, do I need to make it, like, how much do you think I need on here? Is this too much?
That's probably plenty.
Okay.
Got a good amount of paint. It doesn't take a lot because we're going to be pushing it around with that brayer.
Yeah, and that's because I typically put too much, and then when I rub the brayer, it, like, smooshes everywhere.
Yep. Yeah, but after you do a couple, you kind of get that figure it out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like you got to get into the groove. Like,
I did clean my brayer though.
I'm impressed with that.
Can you see how clean
Very
that is?
clean.
We have, so I work here at Let's Make Art, and upstairs in our offices, we have 2 sponges on our sink. One says for paint, and one says, I think for people.
For food.
For
It's like
food.
yeah.
I use the paint one.
Yeah, we have to distinguish those kind of
Yes.
things around here. Okay.
Yeah, we do.
All right, so if you want to get sort of an ombre effect, then you're going to use your roller this way. So I'm going to start out with the blue part first and just kind of roll that. And notice that my brayer is rolling, it's not moving. Yeah, yours is rolling, that's good.
Like mustard.
And I'm going to come down to the green. And I'm going to roll that green back up a little bit.
Ooh, mine became mostly yellow. Oops.
That's all right.
My brayer kind of leaves lines. Do you see that?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. I didn't know if that meant I was like pushing too hard or something.
Oh no, we're having a good time, it's fine.
I mean,
That's
this is
good.
the most soothing, I'll be honest.
Yeah, so if you have like a little bit of paint built up on the edge, it might do that a little bit, but that's all right.
That makes sense.
Okay, I'm kind of liking that. How are you liking yours?
Well, I kind of want more green. What if I wanted to add more green?
You could probably do that, that's fine.
I just want a little bit more green happening than
I like
all
it.
the yellow. Yellow's not good for my skin tone. These are the things I worry about.
Okay, we got so many good leaves to choose from. I'm gonna take a minute to decide what I'm doing here.
Jesse, do you actually want to push your jelly plate up a little bit as well?
That might be a little, prove to be difficult at this stage, but
Oh, challenge.
challenge accepted.
Nice.
Okay, I feel better about that.
How about right there?
Perfect.
Okay, now once you put your leaf down, you want to leave it there.
A question, I want to leaf it there.
Leave it alone.
Do I want to do, because it's got like the little stemmies.
Mm-hmm.
Do I wanna
You want that texture facing down. That's a
Perfect.
good texture to get. Okay. Now the first one we're gonna get is this paint without that part. So
Okay.
that's the one we're gonna get first, and then this is the one we'll get second.
Okay.
So I'm feeling good about that.
Face up.
That was my example journal. I need my actually going to print in a journal. Oh, that's April.
She has a lot of these, you guys.
Where's my
You
journal?
should see her desk. She has, I don't know if you know this about Jessie, but when she makes a product, she's like working on a box. She's working on like 2 or 3 at a time. And then it's amazing to watch.
Okay, so the fun part about using this bigger plate is that you're gonna cover more area of your page. So part of this is probably gonna bleed off for me, and for hers, it's just gonna be, you know, on the page,
Yeah.
all the edges and everything.
Do yours first so that I can scooch my guy at, or, sorry.
You can move that palette if you want.
Yeah, I actually
completely.
don't need that anymore.
Yeah, there you go.
Right
Okay,
this
so I'm
minute.
just gonna put this directly on like that, and I'm gonna size that in a little bit. Grab
Give
some
it a
paint
little
for my
love.
hands. Yeah. Especially since we haven't printed this leaf more than once, they get better after you do them a couple times.
What makes them get better?
I think just the paint kind of crisps them up a little bit.
Gives a little more structure.
Yeah. Okay, I'm ready for the peel and reveal.
You go first. Oh, ooh.
Oh! I kinda
Ooh,
slid
that's
my-
cool.
Leaf around a little bit.
Let
Cool. Let's see it. Let's see it.
Let go, let go. Here it comes.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm feeling good about this, you guys.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Look
Oh!
at those little. That's beautiful.
Love it, love it, love it.
Nice.
So that's gonna be fun to journal in.
Yeah, lots
In
of
the
white
middle.
space.
Okay, so now let's do our second one. So you're gonna be careful about removing this item from your plate. Look at that, all that paint in there. It's so cool.
Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh.
Okay, and then you're gonna print that on the other side if that's what you wanna do with your page, just having that guy on the
I
other
asked
side.
you this question yesterday when I was
Mhm.
arting, but if anybody, I asked Jessie, can I pick up my jelly plate and do it that way?
Mhm.
You can, but it's really difficult, and when you try to do it, you'll flop it everywhere.
Yeah, so if
So-
you wanna keep it as, not moving as
The
much. as-
benefit of it, I've learned, is that it's sticky, so it's stuck. It's
That's
stuck, so when you try to pull it up, it'll.
That's what I was gonna say. There must be a reason why they made it a little sticky.
Yep.
That's weird.
I learned my lesson. I was like, ugh. I actually did this yesterday with bubble wrap. It was very fun.
that was
I'll
good.
show
Oh
you
yeah, we'll
guys
have to
that
do a
one.
little flip through at the
I'll
end.
show you that.
Okay, I think that's feeling right. I'm gonna peel it.
Ooh.
Yay!
I like what's still left too.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, look at my little nugget.
Perfect. Love it.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah. Okay, now if you wanted to try to get a ghost image, you could do one more. And I'm just gonna add a little water to this. Just to help it because it's kind of dry there. Just gonna see what I can get. Just for fun because there's a little paint on there. And the other thing is it just helps clean your plate. So even if you don't get a great image, just playing around with this, it's gonna clean your plate, which is also good. Bonus, 2 things in 1 go.
Ooh.
Yeah, so just
that's
a
cool.
very ghosty little bit. And there's still paint on there. I could probably keep going, but I'll just clean it.
I'm just gonna clean
Will
mine.
you pass the baby wipe package?
They are by your feet.
Oh, they are. How did you know that,
I
Keelan?
watched them fall earlier.
I love that these jelly plates come in so many different sizes. And so originally jelly printing comes from gelatin printing, where they'd actually make something like gelatinous, like Jell-O to do prints on. And you know, like in a pan, and then you're doing mono printing that way. But this is so much better than having to make that every time you want to.
100%. This
do a
seems a bit
print.
tidier to me.
Yeah, and I think it works better too. All right, so I'm going to put this back in my box. And typically it comes with 2 little plastic pieces on either side. I think I might drop those by my feet, so I'm just going to throw this in here for now. All right. Pass me that paper towel, please. I'm just going to wipe my area down. Now, if you wanted to print a big leaf like this, it wouldn't fit on that little
No.
guy.
Well, could you do like
Oh yeah, you could do
like
like
a 2-page
across,
spread maybe, but
and
that
you'd
would be
need
difficult.
you'd need this one for that. So this one is our 8x10.
Wow.
Isn't that fun?
That is
Jeez.
huge.
To do like a full sheet. Should we do it?
I mean,
just
do we
real
have
quick.
paper? We've got some paper here. Let's do it.
Yeah. Why would you not? You have it there. You've
Well,
got the
watercolor
giant
paper work.
leaf.
Let's try it. I think flat paper is better for printing. Do we have any flat paper over there? Let's see what I got. I got a spare. It's gonna be fine. We'll do it on this.
I think that'll be neat.
Okay. Just for fun. I mean,
Just for fun.
we gotta do it. We gotta show it.
I love yours so much.
Thanks. I love yours.
Squish, squish.
For that big one,
Should I move it up a little bit more?
up and a little to your right.
Right here?
Yep.
And you can get these at letsmakeart.com.
Hello.
Good job.
.com.
.com.
.com. And I know that because I looked at them last week.
Okay, what color should we do?
Ooh. I don't know. It's a big leaf. I feel like it's got a bold personality.
Well, I'm going yellow. Do you want up here? Do you want to
Yeah.
put some green down there while I'm doing that? Here.
Oh, there it is. That green? Are you gonna mix palettes? That's
Let's do
bold.
this one and then that one.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
All right.
Do you want to push that palette up a little bit, SJ, so they can see
Sure
which
do.
one
Here,
you're
I'll
looking
stick
at?
our-
Do I ever, Keenan?
Thank you.
Big guy leaf down here. This is easier when you're just squeezing it from a,
A tubey?
yeah. This is fun to do this
is
together.
very fun. And then you said a little the other green at the bottom.
Yeah. We can both do that one. I'll do this side, you do that side. That way you can reach better. It's fine. It's totally fine.
Sharing.
It's caring. Oh, did you clean your brayer after? Because I could just
No.
use yours. Oh, okay. I didn't clean mine either.
Whoopsie daisies. I can clean mine though.
I might just need to keep this a little bit wet for a second.
Baby wipes?
Where'd I put them?
This is fun. Part of the fun of art is finding your things.
I know, and keeping them organized helps keep the creativity flow going, right?
Yes.
So I'll put the wipes up there and we know where they are.
Oh, that's much more effective. Did you guys see that? I tried to roll it. That didn't help. But if you just give it a good wipey.
I'm impressed at your diligence to keep your roller clean. I just let it go.
Just let it get it layers.
Because then after a while, you can just have this really satisfying peel.
Ooh, I do love that. I love a good peel.
All right, that's probably fine because we got
some.
All right. So I'm gonna roll this yellow first.
Look at that ground you're covering with that brayer. Do they sell bigger brayers or are they pretty standard?
I think this jelly one this size is adequate for even this surface.
Yeah.
I think there may be larger brayers, like when you
one
get
is-
into high-end printing. This is
Yeah.
kind of just the beginner's sort of situation. Oh man, this is gonna be good. That's gonna be good. Okay.
What's that?
I'll just put this right here, and then we'll see how it goes. He's kind of bulky right there, so I'm gonna see if I can get that.
He's a big guy, Leaf.
Yeah,
He's got a lot to say.
a lot of feelings.
You can see I use this paper for something else on the back.
Yeah. We got this leaf off Main Street, so I was jumping around, reaching for a leaf. It was good stuff for all the people driving by.
That
Oh, wow.
is sweet.
Oh. My goodness, that's neat.
Okay, so
Hold on, I didn't
let's.
even get to see that. Did you get to see it?
Yeah,
Look
put
how
that
cool
between the
is.
palette and the leaf.
That's so neat.
Perfect.
I think it might be fun to try to just
It's kind of a heart. if you
print
flip it
across
around.
the 2 pages with this
I
other
think
one.
we should try it because if you flip it this way, it's a heart.
Oh yeah. So if I do the next print like this over 2 pages,
That gets
would
big.
it be fun?
Ooh.
Can I take that?
Ooh, girl.
That's gonna be awesome.
Should I do it this way
Yep.
or that way? Because you gotta think what's right side up. I always
Okay, yeah, do
get
it
turned
that
on
way.
shit. No, do you like it that way or do it that way?
I mean, I don't think you're gonna do it wrong.
Nope. Can't
All right.
do it wrong.
I'm doing it. Go for it.
Be bold.
So this plate is like the same size as a double spread of your
It
journal.
is.
which
It's like
kinda
exactly
cool.
the same size. That's really fun. I will say that's one thing I kind of learned yesterday too. Is you got to move, not quickly, but you can't dawdle.
Yeah.
Acrylic
Speed
paint.
has to be appropriate.
Yeah. Got to keep the progress going. You can't.
I just want to make sure I really get it.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this one. Oh my gosh, you
guys! Look at all the nature happening. Nature.
I like it.
Nature.
Like it.
Oh, I love that.
So you can use the big plate for across the spread if you
That
like.
is amazing.
Thanks, Keenan.
It's very exciting.
Oh, we gotta clean this. Sorry. Let's see. Can we use this
Here we
one?
are.
Now, if you don't have baby wipes handy, you can also use a wet paper towel or even a cloth. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so you got one left.
We're gonna be
You're
all right.
now being rationed.
Oh dear.
We're okay because we just finished printing, or we're on to our other things that we're going to talk about.
Are we
nice.
done with our butcher palette?
Yeah.
You know, Jesse, people ask this question all the time because I work on the internet on behalf of Let's Make Art. What size butcher palette is this? Is this the, because there's 2 we sell,
We sell the medium and the large.
and this is going to be the medium?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the medium one if you decide to get one, which I would super recommend.
Yeah. That's the
medium.
most common one we.
Yeah.
I know I've had some people say, can you use acrylic in that? Is it going to stain it? No, you just have to work a little harder getting your butcher tray clean. And I just use like a little dish scrubber. And you want to close those paints because they will dry out. These
Yes, they
It's not a lot of paint in there, so it dries out quicker. Okay, so I'm just going to put this down. That bigger one's a little. Oh, it's going to dry. It'll be fine. I'm just going to put that on there. All right. Put it back in our clamshell. Keep it nice, and we're good. All right. Well, let's circle back to our first project, and we can do a little bit of journaling on there. I think this is dry enough. That's
is
the
so
neat thing.
cool.
Thank you. So fun. Thank you for.
I could see doing like words around here.
Oh yeah.
That would be so neat.
Thanks for jumping up and getting that
Listen,
leaf. That was
I got
good,
excited. I
good
jumped.
find.
I'm a pregnant woman jumping for a leaf. It was Very cute.
I
Is what I'm
I could see people using that as like a family history thing. I could use it as
Oh, what a good idea.
doing branches maybe.
Oh.
Yeah, you could do different leaves telling little stories in your family.
Also, if anybody knows what leaves we're working with, we would love it if you could drop in the comments
That's
what leaves
good.
we're using.
Yeah.
Because we don't know.
I mean, this is as big as my face, this leaf. That's pretty cool.
I know it's not technically an elephant ear leaf. Have you ever seen the elephant leaf plants? They're so cool. But it's still very big. And I was very excited.
Okay, so the fun thing is the paint, when it's spread out, it dries fast. This is dry, so I can flip back to my other thing. Now, our example I have is just looking at your shape and drawing the letters to the shape here and then just inking it in. So this shape is different than this shape that I'm doing today. So I'm just going to figure out how to do grow in that negative shape, and you can do the same.
Perfect.
So you might want to start out with your G here, and then your R gets a little bigger, and then O, W, or something like that.
Okay.
It's yours. You do you.
Perfect.
You do whatever you want. And it'll be the same for you at home. You might have a different leaf shape than this, or even this. And we're just going to sketch in grow to fit that space however we can. Am I good spot, Keenan?
Yes, you are.
Let's see, maybe I want that to be. Sorry to bump into you.
No, you're fine. We probably, I guess this is right because we're both right-handed.
Yeah, this is good.
This is good.
Doing some creative lettering placement there, Jessie.
Thank you.
I'm doing a little thick on the down.
Mm-hmm.
Foligraphy.
Nice.
I
is
like
what I'm
it.
thinking.
Lettering is such a great thing to add to your practice of art journaling, and we have some great videos on it.
Yeah, I will say, like, learning lettering is one of those things that just having that in your repertoire is really fun. You don't even have to be that good at it to get a lot of joy out of it. I think sometimes people think you've got to be like
Perfect.
yeah, when in
Yeah.
reality, if you just understand the premise of thick on the down, thin on the up, or whatever, you can make some normal stuff look a little fancier.
I just love the idea of going outside, gathering beautiful things, noticing details, and then coming back and kind of thinking about what you found and just having a little meditative experience that way. Like, it's just neat to notice details that
I call it
maybe
nature.
yeah, maybe you wouldn't have noticed if you wouldn't have like taken the time to go outside and look around. And as an artist, that's what we get to do. We get to notice details.
It kind of brings you down to earth, like anchors you to.
Ooh, anchor. I love
Yeah,
that.
That's
a
one
great
of my
word.
words lately, is to be anchored to something, and it anchors you to earth, which is a pretty beautiful place to be. It's more oxygen here than there are in other places. So
Had you guys not gone out and gotten these leaves, I wouldn't have known how many trees were around us.
there's a lot
A lot of different brands out there.
brands. We worked for him too.
I know, it's getting a little hot out there. Missouri is hot right now. There's a breeze still, so that's nice.
Yes, we are still in breeze territory.
Yeah, so the key to this lettering is just getting your letters to fit in your shape in kind of a fun way, and you can do that however.
Follow it.
Mm-hmm. That looks so good!
Thank you.
Nice!
Ooh, I like yours. I like your lowercase g.
Thanks.
It's loopy.
I kind of like how this W goes into that little...
Oh yeah, it goes into your little corner.
Okay, so I just wrote from little seeds grow mighty trees. And I think I might, since this is a little different,
Yeah, yours is definitely.
I might write it up here.
Yeah, that ended up being perfect. It's nice.
You might want to be mindful if you're doing what I'm doing, not to put your hand in the wet. I think it's dry, but I don't know, so I'm going to try to, I'm in a good spot. Sorry, Keenan.
If you go up a little higher, yep, you're good.
Yay!
Beautiful.
Well, you know, I'm just gonna keep playing for a minute because I can't resist thickening those up a little.
Yay!
Let's see, let's see.
Little seeds grow mighty trees.
So pretty, can you see that? Oh, I love it. I love all that texture.
I know, it's so pretty. I also like that Jessie encouraged me to use yellow. I don't typically use yellow when I do art. I don't know why. Do you ever find that you have colors that you naturally gravitate towards?
Yeah, there are definitely colors I gravitate towards more, and some that I don't normally use a lot of pink, but I found it getting in my work more, and I don't hate it. I'm liking it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun how that happens.
I think part of it too, when you said like going out in nature, it reminds you to consider other colors that you may not consider.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
So I like that.
Okay, so we got a couple more things we wanted to do today. Besides our Lagniappe extra bonus project, we wanted to tell you about some storage ideas that we have. We had that as a question before, and
Yeah, we have. I kind of brought it up a little bit too because I think it's really cool what you decided to use.
thanks. Okay,
Cool.
so we're doing good on time. We were able to do this and questions. We're
Oh
doing
yeah,
it
we're
right?
good on time.
Okay,
We're cooking it.
so I have always liked these little tackle boxes or small toolboxes, and I kind of like putting art supplies in them. So this is my I'm gonna go on a little trip real quick, take a few things with me. So I can put some pens, pencil, graphite, a couple of things of watercolor. I actually brought this along and I had my little printing plate.
So this was originally probably it's just a straight tackle box, right?
Yeah, tackle
And
toolbox.
they have little compartments for other things, but point being, if you went to your hardware store, you might find some things.
Yeah, or like a garage sale, thrift store. I mean, I like them when they're kind of beat up too. It's a little character.
They've been on a few adventures before.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And then you can just throw in whatever you gather. Got my watercolors, little thing so I know what my colors look like. Yeah, so this is just my abbreviated version.
I love
of
it.
Just gonna take that along with me. Now, when I wanna have more supplies with me, I like to use my,
You guys ready for this?
I love this so much. This is the one that Keenan was like, are you gonna show him your toolbox? This is my arsenal.
Zing!
So this is an art bin, and I love it so much because it has this bottom section. Can you see this okay?
You want to scoot it up a little bit?
Oh yeah, right there.
Perfect.
So I have
Thank you.
all my favorite pens are in there. And what's nice is it all goes together like this, but if I just want to take my pens to finish something, I just grab that and I go.
And
then
they're not
also,
they're not relying on each other, so you can pull one and not.
oh yeah,
take
and you
both.
can
Great.
change the order. It's not
Oh.
so there's some of my paint that I carry around. And
I'm not
my-
even feigning the joy. I'm not even feigning. This is all real.
Brushes.
This is so organized.
And then, it's more fun.
And is this a proper way to store brushes because they're on there? Because I got in trouble one time by Keenan for putting my brush face down in a cup.
Oh yeah, well I mean, if it's a good way to keep your bristles
Nice.
not smushed,
Keenan
like
was
you
like-
would say. And then this top part is a little deeper, which is nice because you can keep a
Ooh, does it fit gesso perfectly?
yeah, this gesso right here. Let's empty out these contents so they can see. I've got that gesso that was in there. Another nice thing is if you've got the big thing of Yes paste, it fits. Look at this.
Ooh, that's
Nice.
deeply satisfying.
It still closes.
does.
It looks like it wouldn't, but it does.
Dang, that's sweet.
Isn't that cool?
Oh, you can fit a full ruler? That's actually good to know.
That is
Yes.
good to know.
Okay, I can't fit that full ruler in my other tackle box, so.
Aha.
And then we also have these little bins that you can put in bigger bins to organize like a drawer or something
Binception.
which I love. Yeah, you could just pop that
A
off.
bin within another bin.
A bin in a bin.
Now, Jessie, I think the question the audience would like to know, is this available for sale at Let's Make Art?
Oh yeah, this is,
This is,
well, it's coming.
it's coming. If you're watching this when this video drops, it's coming soon and you can leave your email and we'll let you know. If you're watching this in the future, first of all, hello. hope things are doing well. It's probably already available. Which isn't that fun. That was a little time travel just then.
So I never thought of it that way.
You never know. I think about it all the time. In the future.
I think my husband had an idea for a band name that is We're From the Future. When you introduce yourself like, hey, we're from the future.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay. So yeah, a couple of different supplies you can have in there, however you like.
Well, there we go. We almost got it. But that's so many things.
Yeah, I know it seems like a lot of things, but I like having choices, but I don't like want to pack it every time I have to think about what I want. So these are the things I use the most.
Yeah.
Put that guy in there if you want to. I mean, we might as well just clean up while we're here.
Yeah, just tidy up.
Put our pins in there.
Yes.
I'll let you do that.
Yay. That was easy. Oh, and I see you used a little label maker on there. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Where'd you get the label maker from?
Amazon.
Amazon. Is it the one that you just squeeze with your hand?
Yeah, like my first job at Piggly Wiggly, they made me a name tag with that, you know? Like, they don't do that
those
anymore.
those aren't even that expensive. They've got real fancy ones, but I like the look of those.
Oh, thanks. So then it has a handle, and you can carry it and be on your way.
And that is called Art Bin. Art Bin, letsmakeart.com.
Thank you.
So my job is to be a marketer, so this is what I'm doing.
I make stuff, and they tell me to.
We help her sell it because we want you guys to have all the best supplies.
And there are stencils also that we have that you can use. This is one that I was playing around with, and then I should have made this easier for me to reach. Sorry, guys. A couple more stencils. Aren't those fun?
Ooh. So have you played with all of these at some point?
Yes, I played around with this blue. This is the Prussian blue from our April kit, and I mixed it with a
I would say if there's
color.
a color I associate most with Jessie, it's going to be like this blue.
I do love blue.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. So I use this stencil for that. Kind of playing
so
around with
pretty.
those. A lot of fun.
Oh, you know, so if you, I'm just very excited about the big jelly. If you put this on the big jelly, you could do a full spread in your.
Yeah, or even your cover if you want to do a cover.
Oh shoot.
Yeah,
That's neat.
I'm gonna have to do
You've
that.
got options.
So fun. Okay, so, and we have these that fit the recipe cards.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that fun?
Oh my gosh, that's so great. You could probably even get two and do, well, your prompt cards, right?
Yeah,
You could do prompt cards in one and recipe cards in the other.
prompt cards and technique cards.
Yes, that's what I meant, yeah.
Yeah, or you can just mix them up however you want.
That's so great. This is exciting.
And they even have bins that these can go inside, you know.
Yeah.
But the stickers are nice to put in there too, to keep those kind of things
I don't know about
organized.
you guys, but I tend to take my art journaling boxes and just kind of combine them as I go. And then until I hit where one can't close anymore. And I've officially hit that point, so I need to get some storage solutions.
Yeah, I like those 12 by 12 ones that you can put like a whole project
Yeah.
and carry those around too. So.
Nice.
Okay, I think that is our storage solutions, and now we can get on to our questions and whatnot.
Okay, so I've
What do you got
got
for
a
us,
few
Keenan?
questions here. I'm gonna see if I can sort them in my brain, and then I will ask the
Okay.
questions. I'm just gonna go for it. So Linda,
Oh wait, hold on. So
Okay.
these questions are on our Facebook group,
Yes.
and it's just a really cool community.
cool.
Lots of people there cheering each other on and helping each other with techniques or things like that. Questions. So these questions came from our Facebook group. Thanks, Keenan. Sorry, I just
You're
want
welcome. You're good.
to
You're
know
good.
where these came from.
okay, so Linda asks, why do you prefer the X-Acto knife to scissors?
Oh, well, I think you can do a lot with scissors. You can, and especially if you have those small ones, you can get really into some details. But the nice thing about X-Acto is if you want to cut in the middle of a piece of paper, like a circle or something, it's kind of hard to do that with an X-Acto. So negative spaces, I like to have an X-Acto for that. And since I already have one around, then I just go for the whole thing usually. But you can do a combo of scissors and X-Acto. It's really whatever your preference is.
Yeah, I did that yesterday. I pulled out scissors, and I'm like, these are handy because you don't have to get out a board and you can do it like this. But then I also found that it was very difficult to get around, and unless you're cutting into the paper.
Was it the B shape that you're
Yes,
working
the
on?
B shape.
Get your journal on. We'll look at that in a minute too. Okay.
Yeah, the B shape, I found the X-Acto knife. I ended up putting my scissors down and grabbing that.
Cool,
So,
cool.
Do you want to show it now?
Yeah.
So this is what I made yesterday. We do Monday Fun Day Art Hour at work, and this is what I worked on yesterday. It says Missouri bugs give the worst hugs, and that's because my husband gets eaten alive by mosquitoes, flies, everything, and then I don't get bitten at all.
I wonder
But
why that is.
I don't. Some people say it's your blood sugar. Some people say it's like the CO2 or whatever you put off. But
Some people say it's because you eat garlic or don't eat garlic.
listen, I must not
True.
taste the
Oh,
sweet,
no.
but all I know is I'm not mad about it because I don't get eaten alive. But that was, yeah, I cut this out of the paper and took the bee out and then put the paper here and then painted. So it was the negative space, I guess, right?
Yeah, good job. That's a fun way to do that.
Yeah, and then this is the stencil that you included in the box too.
Yes.
Kind of looks, it's funny because even though it's circles, it kind of gives the honeycomb.
It totally does.
That's what I
so
thought.
fun. Okay, so let's see some other pages there.
So then I also did, I was running around our offices trying to find things to print with, and I found bubble wrap. And so this was really fun. So I did the first, I put the Gelli plate, painted it with my brayer, smooshed the bubble wrap, and then this was the first pull. And then I took the leftover that was on the bubble wrap and then smooshed the bubble wrap over.
So the residual paint on the,
Correct.
and then that's
Yes.
cool.
Yeah, and then it says giggles with friends, like sweet little bubbles.
Oh, I love
'Cause I was
that.
like, what does this make me think of? And it's just
And I
'cause
love
they
this purple and blue.
And this
together.
is my little don't forget about this.
I like it. I like it. Very
you.
nice. Yeah, so just our little flip through. I did a couple of different feathers when I printed before.
Yeah, that
And
one's- I
those
like
are other
that feather
projects.
one.
Yeah, the
This
feather
one,
ones are neat.
yeah, that was a lot of fun. So we have had a good time, June, doing nature stuff. Okay, we got a couple more questions.
We do. Okay. Connie wants to know if Gelli plates are meant to be used specifically with acrylics, or can there also be other types of paint, watercolors or gouache? Question
Great
mark.
question. Gelli Arts recommends that you use acrylic. And the only tough thing about acrylic is that, you know, it dries a little faster, as we've seen. So there are some things that you can do to slow it down. I use that little mister. There are also acrylic mediums that you can use to add to your paint if you get really serious about, like, you know, doing printing and really wanting to have a longer amount of time. You can do additives to keep your paint wet longer. In traditional printing, they use printing inks, which react a little differently than acrylic. But for what we're doing here in our art journal, and we're just having a good time, acrylic is just the way to go
I
with
like
Gelli
the
Arts.
acrylic. While you have to move fast, you can close your book sooner, right? Like you don't have to. You're able to move and move on. Because I actually was working on. I actually did another page too, because I used a whole bunch of paint, and so then because I was able to dry so fast, I was able to open to another page. So that's why I've liked the acrylics.
Very nice.
Interesting. Okay. Allison is curious to know. There's no question mark. It's just excitement.
I like it.
But
I like
any,
the excitement.
Any tips for making a layered print? Getting the layers to dry enough to put another layer on, but then be able to pull it off in the end.
Oh, okay. So that's like, all right. So say you have a print, you've done one thing, right? And you let that paint dry. You can come back after that paint is dry and use your brayer with another color and paint over that.
Oh.
And what happens is it sticks to the layer underneath it that's dry.
Yeah.
And then when you try to print that, it lifts all of it off.
Oh, so you get that residual coming back off of it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It doesn't always work every time for me, but most of the time it does. So it's just like one of those things. It's like, well, let's see how this
It
happens.
pulls the dry stuff, is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
and you can do multiple layers of that and
Somebody
just keep on
go try
going.
that. Put it in the art journaling Facebook group so we can all look at it.
Bring it back to
But
us.
yeah, it is. It does work for the most part.
That's
so.
super neat.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, actually, there's one more question and then a big question.
Oh.
That's really exciting.
Okay.
They're both from Virginia. Virginia asks, do you create on your covers?
Oh, I have. And sometimes, so I think I did it in May. I just did a little gesso and added this on there. I think that I'm gonna try to do something on my June journal with the nature, just like what we talked about, like how cool would it be to do a spread across the cover like that, or even using the stencils and the bigger plate.
Could you hypothetically gesso the whole thing?
Heck yeah.
And then, Okay.
That's actually what I was thinking earlier, because I want to get rid of the label.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Make it
relabel it.
completely blank.
It would be neat if, for each month you wrote the month that it was in or went with a theme.
That'd be cool.
That might be a fun challenge.
Oh, it might be fun to just organize that to see what people have done for their covers on the Facebook group. That could be fun.
Or if you just want to go backwards and revive your journals by giving them new covers.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, this is the last question, and it's pretty excited about it. Will you show us some of your personal art, tiny and large?
Oh, yes. Okay, so I thought about the tiny art collection that I've been working on, and they were all spoken for. So I don't actually have any of them physically in front of me, which is cool because they already have homes.
That's a great
But
thing.
they
Great
are
problem to have.
They are this size, and these are ones that I'm kind of working on right now.
Well, then
so just
show it.
super tiny. These are not
They're
finished
so
yet. I
cute.
just started playing
What would
around
you do
with
to
those.
finish it?
Just more layering and, you know.
And then what is this on?
This is on Reeves BFK paper. It's a handmade sort of paper.
I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
It's
BFK.
fancy paper.
Is it fancy artist paper?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nice.
Officially known as fancy artist paper.
Okay, so that's the scale of tiny, and I'll share some pictures of those on my Instagram, my personal Instagram. But I have also drawings that are 4 foot by 4
I'm
foot.
so excited, you guys.
So we can
We're
we
gonna
can
move
show
some
you one of
stuff
those.
That's good there. You can leave that there. You just gotta
Oh.
move the chairs back.
Oh, okay. So we'll show you this, and then that's all we'll have for today. Okay.
Sweet.
That's all. This is about to be the most exciting.
I'm so glad that SJ is here to help me
this
open
way?
this. Yeah, I'll grab it, and if you stand on the other side, then we can unroll it. Okay, so this is a 4 foot drawing on paper.
Now, was this in your house or was this?
Well, I've been meaning to hang it. I just haven't got around to it. So you want to grab those edges. All right, Keenan, direct us to the best viewing
Okay.
of this.
Open it up and then don't go any higher than that picture. Actually go a little above that picture so we can see that whole thing. And then Jesse and SJ move towards SJ.
So this was inspired by nature, so this kind of works out for showing you a big drawing.
I kind of see a nest. I kind of see some eggs, maybe in
Yep,
a nest. I see it
yep.
also kind of marbly.
Mm-hmm.
This is a non-artist's take.
I like it. I like it very much. So there you have it.
There
Do you
we
see
go.
different things when you see it, or do you kind of see the same thing?
I kind of thought when I was making it, sort of the nest idea, and it was really about this is sort of one of those self-care sort of ideas that I had, was like you have to create a space for yourself to be creative and to flourish, and sometimes those moments don't just come to you. You have to create those opportunities.
This is charcoal.
Yep, charcoal and watercolor. And then I actually used a brush to rough up the paper to get some of those textures, like a wire brush. So that's it.
Awesome.
I'll roll that back up.
Very carefully.
Thank you so much for, I don't know. Okay, thanks so much. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.